3 real scary stories. Number 1. It was the year 1999. My family and I went to the village of Vardanjan to my uncle's newly purchased house. A stone house, old, built on a hill. It was the third night when the first incident happened. Around 2 a.m., I woke up to the sound of something dragging on the ground. The window was shut. I went downstairs. No one was there, only a wet trail across the floor. The next morning my aunt said she had a dream. A woman, her face burned. She had said, "This place belongs to me. You're not supposed to be here." The next night, the electricity went out, just for a few seconds. We heard whispers coming from the basement. That was when we discovered the hidden room behind the wall. No door, just scribbles on the stone with charcoal. "I'm still here. Don't cast me out." And from there, it all began. My cousin fell down the stairs. He said someone pushed him, but there was no one there. When a cleric came to recite prayers, he said, "Before entering, I heard a woman crying from upstairs." That night, as he read prayers, a scream echoed through the house. A window shattered. By morning, we had all fled the house, except for my uncle. He stayed. One night he called and said, "She came in my dream. She said I'm still here, always." And that house is still standing, maybe even now. Number 2. The Stone Stair House. In the 1970s, in a remote village near Ardebili, there was an old abandoned house known among the locals as the Stone Stair House. It was a Qajar era build made of stone and wood, with narrow stairs leading to the upper floor. No one lived there anymore. All they knew was that the last family who had stayed there had fled the village in the middle of the night and never returned. Villagers whispered that at night you could hear a child crying, heavy footsteps, or strange, broken laughter coming from the house. A shepherd even swore he once saw someone staring at him through the top floor window, someone with all white lidless eyes. In 1977, a young teacher named Mr. Nozari was assigned to teach in that village. The school was newly built and had no place for teachers to sleep. Since no one had a spare house, they told him, "If you're brave enough, you can stay in that stone stair house." Nozari, an educated and logical man, didn't believe in superstitions. He thought to himself, "It's just a local folklore," and moved into the house with a few belongings. The first night was quiet, except for a faint dragging sound. He brushed it off as an outside noise. The second night he heard footsteps from upper floor, but that floor had no accessible door or window. The third night he claimed he could hear whispering, more than one person speaking softly. When he went up with a flashlight, there was only darkness. On the fourth night, while washing his face in the house's old mirror, he noticed something strange. His reflection was smiling even though his face remained still. He jumped back in shock, and the mirror cracked. But before it hit the ground, he saw another face in the reflection, a woman with pure black eyes completely without pupils, standing behind him. He screamed, but no one heard him. The next morning, a villager went to check him and found the door wide open. Mr. Nozari was sitting in the corner, his hair turned completely white, muttering the same sentence over and over. "The last step! It was behind me!" Days later, villagers decided to demolish the house. As they began digging the basement, they uncovered a hidden room. They found human bones and the tattered clothes of a woman and 2 children. Number 3. The Cursed Well of Konark. Back in 1980s, in a desolate stretch of land between Iranian cities of Yazd and Kerman, there was an abandoned hamlet called Konark. The land was barren with a few crumbling mud brick houses, and at the center stood an old stone well. It was always covered with a worn-out wooden plank. The locals avoided it. Parents warned their children, "Don't go near the well. If you do, you won't come back." He said a long time ago a family lived in one of those houses. One night, their 7-year-old son vanished without a trace. After hours of searching, the only clue they found were tiny footprints in the dust leading straight to the well. No signs of fall, no screams, just gone. Since then, every few years someone would disappear. Sometimes a goat, a dog, once even a shepherd. The villagers believed the well was cursed. In the summer of 1993, 4 geology students from the University of Tehran came to the area to study underground water sources. When they heard of a mysterious well, one of them, named Mehrdad, was curious. He removed the wooden cover and shone a flashlight into the well. In the journal found in his tent afterward, he had written, "There are voices whispering from deep down. It's not Persian, not Arabic, it's something else, low and fast, like it's calling." The next morning only 3 students remained. Mehrdad was gone. The police searched the well. At the bottom, only murky water. No body, no flashlight, no trace, like it never been there. Weeks later, in a nearby village, an elderly woman claimed to have seen a young man walking barefoot across the desert at dusk. She said his eyes were blank, and he disappeared into the darkness.